Shoulders can make or break your physique. They're the muscle group that makes your body pop from every angle. But most people are wasting their time doing the wrong stuff or just gimmicks they saw on TikTok. So today, I'm breaking down the 5 best exercises to grow your shoulders, backed by science, and chosen because of effectiveness, enjoyment, and general accessibility. These are movements I've tested over the years, in my own training and with my clients. And today, I'm giving you the clearest breakdown possible so you can start seeing real progress. Let's get into it. Hey guys, my name is Alex Hager, and I'm a celebrity trainer based in Los Angeles. And I've had the honor of working with some of the coolest and biggest influencers and actors over the last decade. And on this channel, I'm here to share the things I've learned along the way, from technique to mindset, while helping you avoid some of the mistakes I've made. If you're looking to build a physique with intention without wasting years chasing the wrong advice, well, you're in the right place. All right, let's dive in. Real quick, let's go over some basic anatomy. Your shoulders are made up of 3 main heads. The front, which are your anterior delts, the side, which are your lateral delts, and the rear delts, which are your posterior delts. Each one plays a specific role in your movement and aesthetics. To build balanced, strong, and injury-resistant shoulders, you need to hit all 3, not just spam shoulder presses. Now, these 5 exercises do exactly that, and I'll tell you why each one made the list. Number 1, we've got the seated dumbbell press, and this one's a classic for a reason. The seated dumbbell press is your heavy compound lift for shoulders. It overloads the front and side delts, builds mass, and allows for a deeper range of motion compared to barbells. If you're gonna press for growth, this is the most joint-friendly and effective way to do it. Now here's how to do it right. In terms of benches, you have 2 options, an upright bench or an adjustable bench set to a 75 to 85 degree angle. I typically prefer the slight recline as it lets you go a little bit heavier and just feels more secure. We wanna sit tall with our chest up and core braced. Let's start with the dumbbells at shoulder height, elbows slightly in front of your body and not flared out to 90 degrees. This is a huge mistake. As you press, drive the dumbbells upward in a slightly diagonal path and not perfectly vertical. Then we want to stop just short of locking out at the top to keep the tension on our delts at all times. Lower the weight back down under control to just above your shoulders. We want to make sure to control that negative. This maximizes time under tension, which is a key ingredient for hypertrophy. Now, I generally recommend doing about 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps on this exercise. And pro tip, don't touch the dumbbells together at the top. That fully locks out your elbows and shifts tension off the delts. It also changes your pressing path, so we want to make sure we keep that constant pressure. Number 2 are lateral raises. Now, lateral raises are one of the most effective ways to grow wide 3D shoulders, but only if your form is locked in. And this is a shaping movement. It won't add tons of mass like presses, but it gives you that 3D look from the front and from the back. And here's what to focus on. We want to keep our thumbs alongside our fingers. This is going to reduce forearm activation and increase the activation from our deltoid. Then we want to raise the weight out in front and slightly forward, about 15 degrees in front of your torso. You want to keep a slight bend in your elbows at all times too. We want to lead with your elbows and not with your hands. This is really going to help establish that mind-muscle connection and pull from your delts effectively. Then we want to stop when your arms are parallel to the floor. We want to control every rep, especially on the way down. To perform these with dumbbells, we want to stand tall with dumbbells at our sides. And yet again, we want to use that grip where our thumbs are alongside our other fingers. We want to raise both arms out and slightly forward until parallel with the floor. Pause briefly for a nice squeeze at the top, then back down with control. We also want to make sure we avoid swinging, leaning, or jerking at all during the motion. Ego reps are not going to help you. As for the cable variation, we want to set the cable to the lowest point or almost lowest point of the cable machine. Then we want to look for a D handle attachment. Let the cable cross slightly in front of you, and then we're going to raise out and slightly forward, mirroring the dumbbell version almost exactly. Here's a pro tip though. Cables provide constant tension, even at the bottom of the rep, something dumbbells just simply can't match. Try single arm cable raises with a slight lean away from the pulley for a crazy delt burn. This is how I personally do them. Now, I recommend about 3 to 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. If this video is helping you out so far, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps more than you think, and I've got plenty more of form-focused breakdowns on the way. Third on this list are cable front raises, which I think are one of the most underrated shoulder exercises. Front raises build the anterior delt, or your front delts, but most dumbbell versions are awkward and inconsistent. The line of pull with dumbbells often shifts tension towards your traps or uses momentum. This cable setup keeps everything aligned and smooth, and it's one of my favorites for clean isolation. Now here's how to do it. We can attach an easy bar or a straight bar to the lowest pulley. Either attachment is fine. Then we're gonna straddle the cable so it runs up between your legs. This will feel a little bit weird at first, but I promise it's the best way to do it. Then we're gonna grab the bar with a shoulder width grip and thumbs alongside your fingers, just like the lateral raises. We want to keep your arms nearly straight and raise the bar to shoulder height and repeat. We're going to pause at the top for a nice squeeze, then return slowly, controlling the negative. We want to avoid swinging, arching, or using your traps. Here's a tip. Stay upright, move with control, and focus on isolating the front delt. I recommend 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 15 reps for the best results. Now, number 4 on the list, we have rear delt flies. If your shoulders look a bit flat from the side, your rear delts are probably undertrained. A lot of people skip these or simply train them wrong, letting their traps dominate. But your rear delts are crucial for that 3D look and for healthy shoulder movement in general. Let's go over the 2 variations I recommend: prone dumbbell flies and cable flies. Now for the dumbbell version of these, we want to lie face down on an incline bench. Then we're going to let the dumbbells hang directly below you. We want to keep our palms in and thumbs alongside our other fingers for maximum delt activation. Keep a slight bend in your elbows and don't extend. This is a reverse hug motion, not a triceps exercise. Lead with your elbows and raise the weights out wide. Pause at the top for a maximum squeeze, then lower the weight back down under control. Now to perform these with cables, we want to set both cables at just above face level. And we actually don't even need an attachment. We're going to use the ball ends directly. So we're going to grab the ball ends of the cable machine and start with our arms crossed slightly in front of us. Then we're going to pull the cables out and slightly back with that same elbow bend and reverse hug feel. We want a nice squeeze in our rear delt. We're not extending out on top. Avoid letting your traps take over or swinging the weight too. Think control, isolation, and feel, not weight. I recommend 3 to 4 sets of 12 to 20 reps, focusing on slow eccentrics and a pause at the top for maximum activation. I wanted to give a quick shout out to AYBL for supporting this channel. I wear their stuff in almost every session, and you can use code Hager for 10% off at checkout. It helps support the channel, so thanks in advance. Number 5 on this list, we've got rope face pulls. Face pulls are a staple for rear delts, traps, and just general shoulder health. Most people turn this into a row. Now, don't do that. This is a horizontal pull for your upper back and shoulder stability. Now, here's how to fix that. We want to attach a rope to a high pulley. And in terms of the rope, we can use a standard rope, which you can find almost everywhere, or if your gym has it, an extra length rope for a deeper range of motion. But both work just fine. You can do these standing or kneeling, but kneeling tends to remove more momentum, so I generally recommend them. We want to grab the rope with an overhand grip with our thumbs pointing away from us. See, we don't want to use our biceps, so this grip is really important. Then we're going to pull the rope towards your forehead or upper chest for a nice deep stretch. Flare your elbows out and separate the rope ends at the top. Pause briefly at the end of the motion, then return with control. You should feel a really tight squeeze at the end of the motion. Think about pulling apart and back, not just back. Keep your neck relaxed, elbows high, and avoid turning it into a row. I recommend 3 to 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. So to recap, your 5 best shoulder exercises are seated dumbbell press, lateral raises, cable front raises, rear delt flies, and rope face pulls. Each one of these hits a specific part of the delt and does it in a way that actually works. Hit all 3 heads, focus on quality reps, and don't ego lift. Train with intent and your shoulders will grow. If you're serious about taking your training to the next level, I offer online coaching, and you don't have to be a celebrity to work with me. I'll build you a custom workout plan, a personalized nutrition guide, and you'll have 24/7 access to me for accountability. Whether you're a beginner or advanced, I'd love to help you get results. Check the link in the description to apply. If this video helped you out, go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and drop a comment if there's something else you want me to cover. Also, if you want more training tips, behind the scenes, or just want to connect, you can follow me on Instagram as well. I'm here to help you train smarter, skip the trial and error, and actually make progress without the fluff. I appreciate you being here, and I'll catch you in the next one.